Boom, dudes, welcome back to the channel, man. Everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As you guys can see in the description, we got another car. Absolutely irresponsible, bought another project car. This is gonna be on the channel. I'm super excited. It's gonna get tons and tons of stuff done to it. As you guys know, we just finished the blue car and now we are gonna dive into this white one, okay? So we're almost making 600 wheel with this, with the bill head and the big turbo kit. We're gonna be shooting for in the mid 800s with this setup, and that's what this thing's all about, upgrading the fuel system, and we're gonna be sleeving this. As you guys see, we have almost all of our parts over here ready to go to drop off at Mazworks. All we have to do is order our custom piston for this car. So it is Mazworks custom piston, so made by CP. When I drop the engine off is when I'm gonna be ordering that, because it's gonna take some weeks, obviously, for them to get this thing apart and completely get it all sleeved up and decked and all that crap. So while it's getting done, we'll be waiting for the actual piston, and then it'll be getting all put back together, and we'll drop this motor back in. Realistically, if you think about that though, it's gonna take 2-3 months before that's in, fuel system's all set up, and we actually tow it down to get tuned. So during that, bought another car, went out and bought this Honda Civic. This is not the project car. Nobody, don't click on the video, guys, okay? We got rid of this car already. This is actually a little 5-speed one. I got this for dirt cheap. I had a transmission problem. I fixed that up, and the car's already sold. So the car is gone because we got another car that you guys are gonna see right in 1 second right behind here. Now, this is a car that I wanted since I was a little kid. So when I was young, man, I really wanted this car that you're gonna see in 1 second. I could not afford it because these things still hold phenomenal value even though they're older. And I couldn't afford this, so I ended up getting an Acura Integra instead, which was my second choice. Loved that car, swapped it, boosted it, changed all the interior, suspension. Everything was done on that car, and that's kind of like what branched me into working on cars. I always had passion for cars, but that was like my first car I got to go hands-on and really got to go crazy with. So, love that Integra to death. And now it's to the car that I wanted. The other car is going to be now my backup car. Since I did just get rid of the Civic, and again, I got rid of the Civic because I got the other car, I needed a backup daily driver. All right, so I do have my wife's Honda Pilot that I can drive. She's a stay-at-home, so I could work around her schedule to use that car whenever I need. But since the Evo's gonna be down for 2-3 months at least, I really want a backup car. And when you have a car like this, you really do want a backup car, man. You just get some type of beater, because you don't ever want to get stuck. You don't want to have to worry about this car getting things done to it or blowing it up or anything like that, and then not having a backup source, especially just to even get back and forth to work and all that good stuff. So regardless, instead of using her car, I ran into one of my buddies, got this car. I was super jealous about it, and then he decided he was gonna sell it. I said, bring it over, let's make a deal. So we did. I got the car now. Let's go ahead and check it out, and I'm gonna tell you the full plans of what's going on here. Yeah, bro. That's right, dude. Got myself a 1991 MR2. As I said, this is a car that I wanted so freaking bad when I was a kid, but it was too expensive. Still a little pricey, but regardless, I did get one. This is the NA version, and this is the exact version that I actually want, and it does have the T-tops, mind you, because we are gonna be K-swapping this, man. Super excited. I'm gonna K-swap this thing. I've been all over the internet trying to look at videos and things of how to exactly do this top to bottom. And as you guys know, I do a lot of DIYs on the channel, and this thing's gonna be fully detailed spec of exactly how to K-swap an MR2. We're gonna be doing the bigger displacement TSX K24 in this, and then, you know, with the head issue, we don't know if we're gonna do a K20 head, or if we're gonna just fully building the K24 head. I'm about to talk to some better experts than myself to see what the best option to do is, but that's the plan, man. We're gonna do that, and then we'll be boosting this. So right now though, so what I've decided, since we have all the parts and we're ready for the Evo to get dropped off and get built, and we have this car now, this is running pretty good, but not running phenomenal. I don't want to say that, actually. I've driven hundreds of miles with this just this last week. I've been driving everywhere with this. I work pretty far. I've been driving it every single day to work, but I'm gonna get crazy, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this motor out right away. I'm already sourcing the parts out. We're gonna drop this K24 in right freaking now, man. Hux Racing, motor mounts, the whole deal, K-Pro, all that good stuff is gonna happen to the MR2, and then we're gonna get it down. We're gonna dyno tune it, just NA style for now, and then we're gonna drive this back and forth and have a very reliable car, and that way we can turn the Evo in and get that motor sleeved up without having to worry about maybe something happened to this car. It's old, man. I don't wanna risk it too much. So we are going to now K-swap this immediately. Super detailed videos of exactly how to do it, the wiring harnesses, what works, what doesn't. I think I'm gonna go with a hybrid shift box. I'm gonna show you guys how to mount that, what you need to do top to bottom, man. Again, I've seen a bunch of videos online, but nothing's like super clear from front to back. So I hope to be able to clear this up for anybody. And anybody who wants to do an MR2, a mid-engine, super light little car, then you can. Really excited about getting this stuff done. Right when that gets done, like I said, we'll be driving this NA back and forth, and that way I'll have my daily driver, and I don't have to bug my wife to use her car. And then this motor will be getting ripped out right after that. In the meantime, mind you, the Evo's still gonna be active, man. We're gonna be having, we have more DIYs getting done on this, like stainless steel brakes and some other stuff like that. And we're still gonna be having some customer cars, so if something pops up, I'll definitely make sure to film this. And I'm still gonna try to get as many stock block races as I can do with the Evo. And that way we keep on cranking on content, you guys keep on seeing races. And we got some before and afters for where it's at right now, and then we're gonna sleeve it, and then we'll see with the high boost, some same runs hopefully with some of those cars. I do have a Ferrari 488 Spider. He just got this car as one of my buddies, and since I raced the NSX, he really wants to race. So we're gonna make that happen. Hopefully that's on the channel soon, plus some other races, and we're gonna keep driving this daily. I wanna say half daily right now, because I have the MR2 and I've been really enjoying that car. But freaking super excited. K-Series going down right when this thing gets done. So this is the plan. So as soon as this car gets done, after sleeving it and it's been NA K24, we will then with this being done, we're gonna go full project into that. We're gonna do another Sidewinder kit, most likely from Odyssey Fab. I'm gonna speak to him to see if he wants to do the fab work. We're gonna Sidewinder that thing, make a bunch of power, and I wanna say more power than this car will ever be. So this car right now this car's goal is around mid 800 wheel, and the goal with the MR2 eventually will be 900 to 1,000 wheel. It's gonna be on at least a 6870 turbo setup. It's gonna be much bigger. It'll be dog box transmission eventually, and we're gonna be going absolutely nuts with this thing. With being so light, mid-engine, you've already seen these things and what they can do. I decided this is gonna be full race car. We're gonna do a roll cage, a certified roll cage, and everything on that MR2. And that is the exact plan. And that way we have our full interior, daily driven, mid 800 Evo that I'll keep forever and ever and ever. And then we'll be jumping into that project. We're gonna make it, that's gonna be full race car. And hopefully we do a bunch of stuff with that. So yes. All right, but let's go ahead now and check out the MR2 and see what's going on here. As you guys can see, front and rear bumper do need a little respray. Body's in pretty great condition. When you take the T-tops off right here, all the rubber pieces are absolutely amazing, and they don't have any leaking issues at all. Again, yeah, back bumper's all jacked, whatever though. It has a couple dents, you know, here and there, nothing crazy. I do plan on getting it fixed and then maybe wrapping it, or I might just get it repainted. And this is the only little dent that has on the door. So there's a little dent right there I need to get fixed up. But that's it, man. I'm not really worried about the body right now. I really just want to get the K-swap done, drive it around, get a super nice wheel setup and coilover setup on this. That's definitely the plan portion of that. And but let's check the interior out. All right, and back into 1991. All right, we got our little fake steering wheel on here. So interior plans right now, again, there'll be a hybrid shift box up in here. And now day one, because we still have the stock fuel tank under here, we'll be mounting it high. You've seen these shift boxes get in here, they sit super freaking high. Now some people have, and I do plan eventually to make a little cut area right here and have it be dropped down lower with a custom bracket. So with the custom bracket, it'll be able to sit lower, and that way you can still have it making it look like this, opposed to it being sitting up super high. That is the plan. Might not be day one, so we might do the hybrid shift box, and then after we do a fuel cell in the front and go crazy with the fuel system for the turbo setup, then I'll be able to take that tank out and drop it a little bit lower. As far as seats go, I do have these crazy blue seats. These will be getting some bride seats or bread seats in here on both sides, and then we have the little steering wheel, the little detachable steering wheel right here. Day one, I still need to figure out my exact setup. Day one, I was planning on getting one of the digital screens right here for everything to be hooked up with the Honda. But I also need to talk to Hux Racing because they make some custom harnesses, and I need to find out if their harness ends up working with some of these gauges, which you guys will be seeing in these videos coming up real soon. Let's go ahead and jump down though and look at the front, the trunk, and also the engine lid. So first things first is this is where the fuel cell will eventually go. Again, not day one when we're just NA, but when we turbo. You've already seen people do these. Fuel cell in the front right here, and we'll have the lines running back. I'm really excited, man, because I get to show you guys exactly how that works and how we're going to set up external fuel pumps and all that good stuff. So this is where this will sit. Pretty great condition in there. Then dropping back over here, not to get into the first, as you can, well, the little tray thing is taken out right here right now, but you can see how much this is actually a huge trunk for how little of a car, man. Like, you would never think how much space you have in here, and then the engine's right there, but pretty huge space. I mean, kind of standard, but most likely we'll do the intercooler across this with this cut out. I do really want to maintain this firewall though to keep heat exposure from going in this area. We'll have to see what we do, and then just cut circular holes nice and clean and have the intercooler running down like that through there. But we'll have to see as this happens. Again, we're really just focused on getting the K swapped, NA tuned, and then just daily driving it so we can finish the Evo up. And then you have your engine lid. All right, and there it is, man. It's just the little 2.2 liter, I think 130 horsepower car. Right now, again, it's not running phenomenal. It actually spits and sputters at me once in a while, but daily driving is normal. They did do the compression rate on this, and it was 190 and 195s actually across the board. So it's a healthy motor, doesn't smoke, has no issues like that. And of course, I freshened everything up as soon as I got it, as far as the oil and all that crap. So it's decent to daily drive, but just make it extra reliable while that car's down, and that's just my excuse so I can K-swap this. I'm gonna go ahead and swap it up right away, man. So super excited. So yeah, that's kind of the small tour of this car. All right, dudes, and that is it, man. That's a small tour of the new MR2 that we just got that we're gonna be daily driving as the Evo gets finished. Again, K-swapping this immediately, and then right after we're doing that, and it's super reliable, we're gonna go ahead and rip the Evo motor out and drop that off at MazWorks with all the parts that we got, and we're gonna make that happen. Side note, this is actually gonna be a new project. Not only my project, but my wife's project. She's been super excited and wanted to get into a car for a very long time. She's actually the person that always helps me on the Evo anytime I need anything done. You're probably wondering, like, who helps me on most stuff, especially on mine when I'm by myself. It's my wife, man. She helps me out with all this stuff. So thanks to her, as always. And this is now technically her car, her project. We're gonna be K-swapping it. She'll be the one to drive this every time we go to Bradenton or anywhere like that for any of these car events, Cars and Coffee, everything. She'll be driving this. I'll be driving the Evo. Even when it's boosted and the whole way down, she'll be doing this. So you're gonna be seeing her a lot more on the channel. So thank you so much to her, and she friggin' deserves this car, man. So super excited about getting her in here. All right, guys, so get excited. Lots of stuff coming. Dog box trans, a whole bunch of crazy things happening in this MR2 after the Evo gets finished, in between the K-swap happening on the MR2. So lots of stuff happening, guys. Double projects now. Super, super excited, man. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. Keep cranking it out, man. And so will I. I will see you guys on the next video.